Hi all, I'm Yelena. Welcome to my first yoga video. To clarify, I don't think that being a high achiever and being hard on yourself are necessarily the same thing, but I do think there is definitely a very seductive, no pain, no gain thought form that a lot of us carry. Society tends to really applaud the mind over matter mindset, and I'm going to encourage you for the purpose of this class to flip it around and just create a little bit of space in that mental commentary that we tend to have that is about pushing ourselves and achieving and all those things. Just create a bit of space with that and to listen to the body and take a bit of time to just settle into that awareness. I believe that the body has a consciousness and a lot of feelings and intuitions and subconscious knowledge resides within the body. So definitely mind over matter has its place and it's effective for a time, but if we make a habit of overriding our feelings and our intuitions and our body's needs, over time we compromise our wellness, our physical and emotional health, and I believe that can even lead to chronic illness. So I'm encouraging you to just take a bit of time to create that relationship of trust and listening with the body. And I get it. It seems very counterintuitive. We want to make the most of our time, and it seems to just spend time listening seems a little ineffective. And I get it. I have to admit that although I've been doing yoga for a long time, in my 20s, I did it because I thought it was good for me, but I didn't get it. I would go and I would find the bendiest person in class, do what they were doing, and often end up in the chiropractor's office. I might be the only person who has been recommended not to do yoga by a chiropractor. But then when I became pregnant, I did prenatal yoga. And I think that's when it landed, when I sort of understood yoga in a new way. When you're 2 months pregnant, you can't compare yourself to someone who's 8 months pregnant and vice versa. So I just had to let that go and connect to the awareness of my own body and what was going on. And at the time, I remember the instructor saying, just listen to your body, like we've heard a million times. If you need to lie down, just lie down. And I was thinking, I'm paying way too much money to just sit down. I'm not lying down ever. But over time, I started to get it, even though it was difficult to listen to my body just for myself. But, you know, when there was another life inside me, I started to realize I had to at times. And now that I've been teaching yoga for a long time, I realize that there is a real honor in listening to the body and resting when you need to rest. What was a real surprise to me is when I made the practice less about whether I could touch my toes and more about creating that relationship of trust between mind and body. A lot of things that I couldn't do suddenly became somewhat effortless. I think that when the body knows that you are respecting it and listening to it, it's more willing to try things. It feels more safe to do certain things that maybe weren't available previous. And at the same time, sometimes you'll have these little impulses or instincts to try something that your mind tells you can't do. And sometimes it's worth respecting that as well. And that's the play of yoga, so to speak. I'm going to suggest that for this class, let it be less about whether you can stretch an inch to the right or left and more about these poses being vehicles to explore and increase your awareness of the body itself. Yoga means union of mind and body, ideally spirit. And we tend to live so much in our minds that let this time be to create a bit of space from that and that mental chatter, that running commentary, to just breathe and bring your awareness to the body consciousness. So if you can relate to being a high achiever or someone who's hard on themselves or both, there may be a chance that you are hoping this is going to be a power yoga class. That might happen, who knows, at another time. But for this class, it's going to be more about releasing tension and listening to the body and making room for the breath. So I hope you'll join me. And Namaste. So on that note, let's get sit bones grounded on the mat. Relax your shoulders, relax the muscles across your face. Take a deep breath. Perhaps close your eyes and bring your focus inward. And just let every breath get a little longer, a little deeper, a little slower. And just connect to that rhythm, feeling that inhale, that oxygen coming in through the nose, down your throat, into your chest. Imagine it's reaching down into your belly. Allow your body to receive and welcome the breath. Imagine that breath is healing and nourishing every cell of your body. And on the exhale, just let go of any tension, any thoughts that don't serve you, to be right here, right now. Inhaling energy in, expanding, feeling that breath reach every little corner. And on the exhale, just let it go. You can even imagine that as you're breathing, that life force, that energy is a light or a color coming into the body. And imagine it's reaching all the way to the tip of your toes. All the way to the crown of the head. And feel yourself energizing your body as one harmonious entity from the tip of the toes to the crown of the head. You can feel that color getting stronger or that light getting brighter. Just allow that energy to infuse with your breath. And then I invite you to set an intention for your practice or for your day, perhaps your week. And just see how it resonates in the body. If there's any resistance or any sense of obligation, just let it go. Choose something else and just try and find something that serves you. In a kind way. And when you're ready, release that intention. Wiggle the fingers, open the eyes. And on the exhale, we're just going to round out the body. Round out the back. Inhale, coming through with the chest. Exhale, round it out. Just connect to the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, opening up the chest, opening up the heart to the ceiling. On the exhale, we're bringing the arms forward and up. Inhale, open. Exhale, round it out. And one last time, inhale, open. And then bring the hands to the knees, circling the shoulders back, and reverse direction. Nice. And inhale, arms up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And on the exhale, just tilt over to the left. Not very far. We're just getting into the ribs. Inhale it up and over to the right. Sit bones still grounded on the mat. Inhale it up. And exhale, forward fold, breathing right into the back. Think of inflating wings through your back. Breathing right into those back lungs. Using the core, bring the arms up. And now just plant that left palm. Let it take the weight of your torso. Bend that elbow and extend right arm over. So let the shoulder be fairly relaxed, not crunched up. Let that palm take the weight of your body. It's not so much about this upper arm, it's about creating space in the ribs. And just relaxing those little intercostal muscles we tend to clamp down on when we get stressed. And on the next inhale, exhale over onto the other side, grounding that right palm, opening it up, and just breathing. You too. And on your next inhale, bring it up, and exhale over, and we're going to sway. So inhale up, exhale over, just waking up the spine. Exhale over, inhale up, and one last time each side. I know. And fingertips back to the knees, circling it back and forward. And now inhale, arms up, shoulders still relaxed, and we're going to twist over to the left. Right hand comes across to the knee, left fingertips are tented behind the hips, and on the inhale, lengthening the spine. So just reaching tall from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the spine. Again, keeping the shoulders fairly relaxed. So inhaling tall, and on the exhale, twisting back, just finding the edge with your twist. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, find the twist. And one more deep breath. On your next inhale, bring that back arm up and across over to the right knee. Just let the head relax a little bit, wiggling into the shoulders. Inhale, arms both up. And exhale, twisting over to the right. Left hand comes across, right fingertips tented behind the hips. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, twist back. Feel as if there's some marionette string pulling up from the crown of your head. Yes, I know, I'll look at you in a second. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, twist back. One more inhale. And on your next inhale, bring that back arm up and across, and same thing. Just let the head relax, wiggle into the shoulders, opening up the back a little bit. Yeah, okay. And release both hands. Inhale it up. And exhale to heart center. And then we're going to go onto all fours. So hands directly below the shoulders, knees hip width apart. Keep a softness in the elbows for cat and cow. On the exhale, just rounding out the back. And on the inhale, tip the tailbone up, articulating through each vertebrae till the crown of the head is pointing to the ceiling. Exhale, round it out, looking to the belly button and the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, arching it up, eyes to the ceiling. Exhale, round it out. Feeling that stretch in the back. And this time, as you come up, eyes to the sky, tip of the tongue comes behind the two front teeth. And then coming back to neutral, flatten out the back. Ground the weight into that right palm. Inhale, left arm up, thumb pointing to the ceiling. Exhale, right heel back for balancing cat. Think of bringing that belly button to the spine, really locking and engaging that core, but still breathing. And on your next exhale, we're going to bring the elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. And one last time. Inhale, open. And now you can either keep it here in balancing cat, listen to your body, or bring that front palm down and bend the back knee, flexing the foot. Or if you'd like, you can reach around and grab that back foot. So just listen to your body, where it's at today. Keep breathing. if this twist is fairly available to you, just allow that foot to pull on the hand a little bit, opening up the shoulder. Hello. One more deep breath. And then just release the foot, if you have it, back into bouncing cat. And then bring that front palm down, knee down. Wiggle the hips and shoulders a little bit. Then we're going to ground the weight into that left palm. Right arm comes up, thumb pointing to the ceiling. Exhale, left heel back. And breathe. Your left, my right. Keep breathing, engaging that core. Find your focal point, find your drishti on the mat. And on the next exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Yes, I know. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. And one last time, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Deep breath. And again, choose if you want to hold it here, listen to your body, or bring that palm down, flexing that back foot, bending the knee. And if it's part of your practice, reach around and grab that back foot. Opening up the shoulder a little bit. Hips are square. Keep breathing. And then if you have the foot, release it. We're back in bouncing cat. And then just bring that palm down, knee down. Wiggle the hips a little bit. We're going to widen the knees and come down into an active child's pose with the hands in front. Think you're bringing those armpits down to the mat. Opening up the back lungs a little bit, opening up the muscles right around the lats. Deep inhale, and on your next exhale, walk the hands over to the right, stretching out that left side. Getting right into those ribs. Let gravity create just a bit more space. Inhale back up to center. And on the exhale, walk over to the other side. Stretching out that right side. Inhale back up to center. And then just gently walk the hands up to the knees. Bring the knees together. Curl the toes under. Sit back on your heels, stretching out the feet. Circle the shoulders back. Place the hands on your lower back. And just bring the hips up. You can widen the knees if you'd like. And breathe. Looking up. Think of opening up the chest, softening the heart, just opening it up. And then still looking up, bring the hips down. And then bring your chin back to neutral once your hips are on your heels. And then just come forward. If you'd like, you can tap out the feet, stimulating the nerve endings a little bit. And then curl the toes under, and we're going to come up into downward dog. So your fingers are spread wide. You're pressing into the top knuckles of the hands. Knees come up, hips up, and just walk your first dog. Walk the dog. This one's not being walked. And then bend your right knee. Let the left heel come down. It does not need to touch. Just find your edge. And then switch. And then come up on the balls of both feet. Heels come up. Let your head just drop. Let your shoulders relax a little bit. And then gently bring your heels down to their edge. There should be about 2 fists space between the feet. And then look to your hands and just walk your feet to your hands. Knees are bent, back is flat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Crown of the head is pointing forward. Exhale, forward fold. Feet are parallel. We're going to flatten the back again, bending the knees a little deeper, and reverse swan dive up. That means we're coming up with a flat back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to heart center. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Relax the shoulders, bend the knees. We're going to tilt over to the right. Again, it's more about the side body, than the upper arm. Inhale it up, over to the left. Again, keep that softness in the knees, otherwise you'll feel this more in the lower back. Inhale up, lock the thumbs, looking up, opening up the chest. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come back into plank with the knees down. So there should be a straight line between your shoulders and the knees. Flatten the top of the feet. And on the exhale, we're going to look over our right shoulder to our right foot, letting the left side dip down, getting right into those hip flexors. So if you're spending a lot of time sitting, if you're driving or in front of a computer, this is a great stretch. Inhale back to center, keeping that core engaged. On the exhale, look over the opposite shoulder to the foot, letting that left side dip down. And back to center. And then your choice, whether you want to bring the knees up or down for chaturanga. We're in plank. Inhale, exhale, pressing down for chaturanga. The elbows brush along the ribs, coming all the way down. Hands are directly below the shoulders. Circle the shoulders back and coming up for cobra. Top of the feet are still on the mat. And then just lift the hands up. Just let this be more about the back. And then you can place your hands down, but still allow the back to be doing the work. Exhale down. Circle the shoulders back on the inhale. One more time up. And back down. Now extend the hands off the mat, tenting the fingers. So you have airplane arms, tenting the fingers. This time do press into the hands. Circle the shoulders back and come up. And then lower down. Look to the left. Right shoulder dips down, getting right into that rotator cuff. Inhale back to center and over to the right, getting right into that left shoulder. And then back to center, place the hands directly below the shoulders, curl the toes, bring the hips back to the heels, and up into downward dog. Full expression of the pose this time. We're going to hold it for one more breath. And now ground the weight into that right foot, extend the left leg back, and straight out for three-legged dog. You can keep it here. Listen to your body today. Another option is to bend that knee and stack the hips. So stacking that left hip over the right, let gravity pull on that foot, and just opening up that side body. If you feel like you're going to fall over, just press into that left palm. And then gently bring that knee back. Knees are in line with each other. And now everyone extends that leg out, three-legged dog. And then we're going to take the foot, not the knee, all the way through up to the hands. You can use your hands to help you. Have a bit of an impediment here. All right, so you can keep the back knee up or bring it down. Listen to your body. Make sure that front knee is stacked over the ankle. Just take a moment for the pelvis to settle. And then when you're ready, bring it up. And then open the elbows out. Will be a bit of a balance here. Cactus arms. Inhale, arms up again. Now it's your choice if you'd like to follow me for a little bit of a flow or hold it here. If you're following me on the exhale, flow it through. Inhale it up. Exhale, flowing through on the breath. Inhale it up. And one last time. Inhale it up and open it up, cactus arms. Exhale, bring those hands down, framing the foot. Just find your edge. And now curl the toes under. And again, your choice if you want the knee up or down. I'm going to bring the knee up. Place the weight into the right fingertips, or palm, whichever serves you best. And left arm comes up. So we're twisting. And breathe. Allow yourself, once you feel comfortable in this, to just shift the weight back more into the feet than in that right hand. And open it up. And on the exhale, bring that top hand down. Back knee comes down. And we're going to bring the hips back for half Hanuman, half monkey. So that back hip is stacked over the knee. It's taking the weight. So from the front, it looks like this. You can bend the knee just as long as you feel a stretch at the back of the leg. Now, a lot of people have a tendency to do this. It's not wrong, but then your quadricep is doing a lot of work. It doesn't have to. Just let that weight be stacked over the knee. And just like our warm-up, where on the inhale we lengthen, and on the exhale we find the edge of the pose. Let that be here as well. So on the inhale, lengthening the spine, making room for the breath. And on the exhale, just sinking into it. One more deep breath. And then bend that front knee. Curl the back toes. Bring the hands to frame that front foot. And then walk the back foot in. Fingertips come onto the floor. And you can keep the back toes anchored on the mat, but let most of the weight be on that front left foot. Otherwise, if it feels comfortable, just lift that back foot altogether. Play with your balance. And here, if it's very available, you can just play with lifting one set of fingers and then the other. Or if it's part of your practice, you can bring the hands around the shins. Find your drishti, find your focal point. And then place your hands back on the floor if they're not already. Tent the fingers and really push into them. Let's just play with flipping the intuition of what's hands and feet. Look to your leg. And then bend that top knee. Place the foot parallel. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. And reverse swan dive up again. Straightening, flattening the back. Inhale it up. Exhale to heart center. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Relax the shoulders, bend the knees. We're going to tilt over to the left. Inhale it up, over to the right. Inhale it up, lock the thumbs, look up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, arms up. And we're just going to sit back into chair pose and just bring the arms shoulder height. Nice. And then just think of lifting those thumbs 1 inch at a time. And when your shoulders start wanting to become earrings, let that be your edge for now, this time. And then just release the hands. Inhale it up, exhale it. And one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant the palms, coming back into plank. And you can always skip the vinyasa and go straight into downward dog. Otherwise, follow me. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, circle the shoulders back for cobra. If you would like to go into upward dog, I would recommend curling the toes first, bringing the hips off the mat, and then extending forward with the chest. Back into downward dog from whichever pose you have. And breathe. Relax the head, relax the neck. Keep breathing. And now ground the weight into that left foot, extend right leg back. Now you can keep it here with that foot flexed, or you can bend the knee, point the toe, and stack, stack that right hip over the left. And breathe. Keep breathing. And again, if you feel like you're going to fall, just press into that right palm. One more deep breath. And then gently bring it back. Extend that leg out. And then take the foot all the way through in between the hands. And back knee can come down. That front knee is stacked over the ankle. Listen to your body. As far as whether you like that back knee to come down or stay straight, I'm going to keep it down. And now bring it down, and we're going to come up with the arms into cactus arms. Keep breathing. And then inhale, arms up. You can keep it here or follow me for the flow. On the exhale, flowing through. Inhale it up. Exhale, flowing through. Inhale it up. And one last time. Bring it back up into cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Bring them forward to frame that foot. Tent the fingers. Tent that left hand. Back knee either stays down or you can bring it up for the twist. You can place the palm down if you'd like as well as right arm comes up. And breathe. Opening up, finding some space in those ribs. Just a bit more space for the breath. One more deep breath. And on the exhale, let that palm come down. Back knee comes down if it's not already. And then just bring the hips back. Once again, you're just stacking that back hip over the knee. You can slide that front leg forward if you'd like. Getting awfully close to his head. You can keep the knee bent. You just want to feel a stretch at the back of the leg. And on the inhale, lengthening the back. And on the exhale, finding the pose, finding your edge in the pose. Let the rhythm of your breath guide you. And on the next inhale, bring it up. Bend that front knee. Curl the back toes under. And then back leg comes up, back knee comes up, I'm sorry. Walk the hands on the floor in front of you. And you can walk that back foot in a little bit if you'd like. You can keep the back toes anchored or bring it up. We're playing with our balance. Find your focal point. And then if this is very available, just lift one set of fingers and the other. That doesn't have to get up too high or anything like that. Just play with where you're at. And if this is very available, you can reach your hands behind your shin. Keep breathing. And then place the hands back on the floor in front of you. And then just see how much weight your fingertips can take. Look to your knee if you can. And this is more about just playing with the intuition of what's hands, what's feet. And then bend that top knee. Your feet are parallel. And this time, just take the elbows in your hands and just relax. Just rock back and forth. Your knees can be bent. And then side to side, I would definitely encourage a micro bend if you're going side to side. And then just release the elbows, let the head hang, bend the knees, and we're going to ragdoll up one vertebrae at a time, slowly coming up. And when your shoulders are up, inhale, arms up. And exhale to heart center. One more time, we're going to inhale, arms up. Think of gathering the energy up, and then on the exhale, just moving it through all the way down to your feet, grounding the feet. Open the palms up to the wall in front of you. Think of grounding the four corners of the feet. Your feet are parallel. We're going to go into mountain pose, Tadasana, and just keep a certain softness in the knees so that your pelvis is neutral. You're not spilling forward or back. Palms forward, shoulders away from the ears. Standing tall, just like you're lying on the floor, but standing up. Think of connecting to that sense of strength, that mountain within you. That connection between both earth and air, like a mountain. And one more deep breath. And then wiggling the fingers. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to heart center. So just get grounded in the feet. Ground the weight into that right foot. Lift the left heel up and rotate the knee out. We're going to go into tree pose. You can keep the toes just anchored by the ankle, or you can lift the foot up. Anywhere along the leg except the knee. So if your foot is by the knee, either bring it higher onto the thigh or lower it down. Find your focal point, find your drishti, and just take a deep breath. Relax the shoulders. Find your balance. Option to open the arms up. Thumb and forefinger together. Pose of abundance. And time for spring. And bring it back to heart center. Soften that standing leg and bring the other foot down and just wiggle the hips and shoulders a little bit. Now ground the weight into the left foot. Keep that toe anchored on the mat or bring that foot up anywhere along the leg and breathe. Again, anywhere but the knee. Option to open the arms up, thumb and forefinger together. And breathe. Think of softening the heart. You got this. And just remember, if something is easy on one side and not another, that's just perfectly normal. There's a variance usually between left and right. And just use it as an exercise in compassion for yourself. And hands to heart center, soften that standing leg, other foot comes down, and just wiggle the hips and shoulders a little bit. Now we're going to widen our stance. So the feet are at a 45-degree angle, almost like a plie. We're just going to do a couple of sunflowers. So inhale, arms up. And on the exhale, forward fold, just like you're folding your back over a beach ball. Inhale it up. So you're not coming all the way down. It's not getting right into the hips. It's just folding, releasing tension from the shoulders and neck. Inhale it up, gathering that energy. Exhale it out. Inhale it up. Exhale it out. Inhale it up. And one last time. Inhale up and open it up again, thumb and forefinger. And breathe. Om Ram Ramaya. I'm balance and strength. Om Ram Ramaya. And just open it up. Connect to your balance, connect to your strength. Softening the heart, opening. Om Ram Ramaya. And then release the arms, parallel the feet, roll the shoulders back, and you can either place them on your lower back or interlace the hands behind you. So you can interlace the hands behind you, looking up. You can also extend your index fingers in Temple Mudra. And on the exhale, we're going to roll it down. And then bend the left knee, bring the left shoulder to the left knee, opening up to the right. Back to center. Bend the right knee, bring the right shoulder to the right knee, opening up to the left. And back. And then release the hands, place them on the floor in front of you. Flatten out the back. You can even bend the knees if you'd like. And then just walk the hands over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center. And now place the right hand centered above the feet like a triangle. Inhale, left arm straight up to the ceiling. Excuse me. And breathe. Option to wrap the back of that hand around the hips, fingertips reaching to the thigh. Again, on the inhale, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale, find the twist. If you have the hand wrapped behind you, on the inhale, bring it back up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, bring it down. Replacing that right hand with the left. Right arm comes up to the ceiling. Option to keep it here or wrap the back of the hand around the hips, fingertips reaching into the thighs or around, hooking to the thighs. Keep breathing. Inhale, lengthen the spine just like the warm-up. Exhale, find the twist. On the next inhale, reach the fingertips back up to the ceiling. on the exhale, bring it down. And then just hang a moment. And then slide the heels in. We're going to come down into a squat. If this doesn't serve you, or if there's any discomfort on the knees, come down into a butterfly, which is the soles of the feet together, using the elbows to open the knees. And keep breathing. If you're still in a squat, come down into a butterfly. And then use your hands to bring the knees up. And we're just going to windshield wiper side to side a couple of times. And then extend the left leg out. Right foot comes into the thigh, lengthening the spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, just rotate over that leg. And breathe. Just think of more opening the side body again. Inhale it up. Place the forearm on the leg. Right arm comes up and just looking up to the ceiling. Now you can use that bottom arm as a lever to open up a little further, to rotate towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, bring that arm up. Exhale, plant that palm, circle the left arm in front, bringing the hips up to follow. This should feel good. Open it up. And on the exhale, hips come down. And slide that knee in. And once again, windshield wiper side to side. And then extend the right leg out, left foot comes in. Lengthening the torso. Rotate over that right leg and coming down. And breathe. Let gravity help open up that side body. One more deep breath. And then inhale it up. Place the right forearm on the leg, left arm over, and just look up. On the next inhale, bring it up. Plant that palm, circle the right arm in front, let the hips follow, and open it up. And then circle it down. And slide that knee in. Windshield wiper again. And now, for core work, so just magnetize the knees together. You can just bring the heels up if you'd like and hold it here. Your back is flat, your shoulders are away from the ears. You can keep it here, or you can bring it up for boat pose, Navasana. If you'd like to heat up the body a little bit more, you can straighten it out. And exhaling in, inhale, open. And one last time. And bring the feet down. And we're going to just roll down one vertebrae at a time. And just bring the knees into the chest. And just rock them back and forth. And now extend the legs straight up, arms straight up, and just let them hold for a moment. Keep breathing. Think of anchoring the lower back into the mat and letting your arms and legs completely relax. So just like they're reeds from the bottom of a lake floating up. And then option, if you would like just a little bit more core work, extend one leg down and the opposite arm. And up, keeping that lower back anchored. If this isn't for you, just keep the arms and legs straight up towards the ceiling. Exhaling it up, inhaling it open. And one last time each side. Nice. And then bring the knees back into the chest. Hug them tightly. Place the hands by your hips, by your side. Keeping that lower back anchored, we're going to circle the knees open and exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. This is just getting into those lower ab muscles that support the lower back. And reverse direction. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. And bring the knees back to center. Just hold it here a moment. And then holding onto the right knee, extend that left leg down. Gently bring that right knee across the body. Opening up that left arm. Bring it back to the center line of the body. Keep that knee there. And on your next exhale, bring that left knee up to meet it. Inhale, right leg down. Hug the knee into the chest. And then gently bring it across into that left hand, opening up the right arm. And breathe. Let gravity again open up that side body. And bring it back into center. Extend that leg down, reaching the arms above the head, arms in one direction, legs in another. Reach, 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 reach. And release. And then bringing the hands by your side. Let your body feel completely supported by the mat below you. Let your awareness follow the points of contact from your body to the ground below you. Let your breathing come back to normal. Just allow the thoughts that come to float by without engaging too much. So just think of them as images on a screen that you're watching. Just let them float by. Connect to that calmer, more still part of you that doesn't need to react to every thought that comes in. Allow your breath to just enliven your experience of being. There are millions of connections taking place in your body for you to be able to take that next breath. And just allow that to be the significance that it is. You are enough. Right here, right now. Feel free to pause this at any time and to stay in Shavasana. If you would like to close out the practice with me, just roll on over to one side. And at your own pace, come on up. And when you're at the top of your mat, just take a moment to check in with how you're feeling. Take a moment to acknowledge that part of you that looks after you, that brought you to the mat today, and in all the other ways you may take a moment in your day to connect mind and body. Acknowledge it, honor it. And then we're going to close our practice with 2 deep breaths. So inhaling, arms up. And exhale to heart center. And one more time. Inhale, arms up. May you be well in mind and body. May you be free from inner and outer harm. And may you experience many moments of ease and joy. Namaste.